everybody, welcome back to Watch Me Carve. Today we're going to be coloring with TouchFive markers, and I'm going to be using number 75 for the flowers, and I'm going to be using the base just for the base of for this coloring page, because I'm going to go in with coloring pencils, and I'll be using 163 for the actual leaves. One thing I could tell you about using Creative Space, you do not want to rub too hard, or else you're just going to create a little hole on your actual paper. Another thing is that if you rub too hard as well, your nibs of your marker starts getting very fuzzy, especially if they're dry. So try to make sure that your markers are very juiced up with your ink, or else it's just gonna ruin your nibs. Even if you're using a Copic or any kind of cheap markers, not cheap but affordable markers. And since I've been having these markers for over a year and they've just been sitting in my drawer, I kind of wanted just to take them in a spin, or take them for a spin and color with them. I've been staying away from this type of coloring books that have Creative Space because, let's face it, they're not the best quality paper. In my opinion, they're not. They're like printer papers. But I really wanted to get this book because of the illustrations. They're beautiful. And I was like, what the heck? Let's go in and color and see what happens. At first, it starts looking kind of scary. Let me tell you the truth. I was kind of scared when I was going in with the dark colors for the hair and then for the face. I was kind of getting spooked out. Then I'm going to use 21. And for the hair, I'm not really going to go into detail with the hair because I'm not into coloring hair, and I don't really know how to color hair. That's not like my forte, to tell you the truth. So I don't really care for the hair, nor do I try to act like I care for the hair. And as you could tell, this marker was dry, so the hair was looking very patchy. So I was kind of getting irritated. And I mean, at the end it turned out okay, but if I would have thought about it and just tried out to see if the marker was not dried out, I would have just added a little bit of alcohol and let it rest for a little bit, so then it could be all juiced up and work perfectly fine. I think that's how you could extend the life of your alcohol markers. But at that moment when I was coloring, I didn't think of it until later on in the video when one of my other markers was dry too. But it turned out okay. I'm sorry again if I'm off frame. I didn't set up my monitor how I see if I'm in frame. I wasn't able to see it. I mean, not that I wasn't able to see it, I just didn't set it up. I was kind of too lazy to set it up. That's why maybe I haven't been recording so much videos, because I like to have everything done perfectly, done well. If I'm going to do something right, I want it to be done right, not all choppy. Okay, so now I'm going to go in for the skin color. I'll be using number 21. And you could tell the difference from this marker from the other marker, because this one was actually juiced up. And, oh yeah, another thing I forgot to mention. If you're coloring with markers for the base, you want to make sure you color fast, because if you let the ink sit for a little bit too long and it already dry, it's kind of gonna create a two-tone color, even though it's the same color, but it's just gonna create one lighter and the other one darker. So you kind of want to avoid that, and I did not avoid that, and that happened to the neck part, but it's okay. It all turned out okay after I went with my colored pencils. And to shade in the face and everything else, I used my Polychromos and my Caran d'Ache Luminous. I'm sorry if my head is in the way. I don't know if I'm short or what's that word? I don't even know. I have to be very close to the paper to see all the details to make sure I don't go over the lines or anything like that. But yeah, can you tell it looks kind of scary? After I'm actually watching the video and I'm like, oh whoa, it looks kind of scary, but it actually don't get scared. It'll all work out. Just keep going. Keep going. But yeah, now I'm just checking and you could tell the back is just the alcohol ink just seeped through all the way back. So you want to have a protective sheet in back of it so it doesn't bleed to the other page. So now I'm just going to add some details of my own to the actual, I don't know if it's like a little dress that she's wearing. I don't know. I made it into a dress or a towel. I don't know what she's wearing, but I added my own little twist of details. Now I'm using this like turquoise green or blue. I don't know. I'm sorry, I did not remember. I don't remember the color name or the number of the color of the marker. So if I remember, I'll post it down below in the description. So this one's super dry. Like towards the end, I kind of gave up. I'm sorry if I'm off frame again. I kind of gave up, and this one actually did add alcohol on it, like I mentioned before. And that's what I'm doing. I'm just coloring as fast as I can. I try to speed up these videos because I don't like watching long, super long videos. If you do, I'll try not to speed it up that much, but I kind of get bored watching long videos, so nothing against on people that actually like to do long videos. There's videos that I could watch that are long, but some I can't. I have to speed it up. And if you wanted to speed it up even more, this video, you could actually do that. And you could speed it up now, the video 2 times. And don't forget to actually watch this video in 1080p to get better quality. So, and another thing I noticed that the difference from Copic and TouchFive is that TouchFive bleed a lot, bleed through so much compared to Copic. They don't bleed they don't bleed at all through the lines or anything like that. So you have to be very careful if you're using affordable markers that tend to bleed a lot and you don't want to ruin your image. I suggest that you like play around with those markers first before you go into your actual image that you want to color, because then you might even ruin it, and then I kind of get upset when I ruin one of my images. But even so, I just say, let's just finish this book and then I'll buy another one and I'll get better like that. So now I'm just going to color the nails the same color that I used for the flowers. And can you tell now it doesn't look scary, the skin color? So I'll be showing a picture right now of how it looks. For some reason, I wasn't able to fit the whole entire picture in the frame. It kind of cut off like from the top and the bottom. But I love the results as I'm showing right now. I really love the results, how it ended up. And that's it. Bye-bye.